Where did you feel you were most powerless as a principal? Where were the limits of your power? Because I think that is something that needs to be clarified for people.
So the main spot that I always felt constrained was standardized testing. We have no say in that. We have to go with whatever the county and the state set as our policy. Testing became a huge thorn in our side, and it was something that really restricted our time and our ability to do some of the things the way we wanted to because we were held to the standard of those tests. It wasn't just one, it was multiple different assessments that we had to give. We had to benchmark those at the beginning, middle, and end of the year. And it got to the point where my number one complaint from teachers was that they spent more time assessing their students than teaching their students.
Okay, so you're talking about standardized testing, not just the big standardized test that happens once a year you're talking about the multiple progress monitoring that we have to do throughout the year along the way. Now, as a teacher, what I have found with the standardized testing is that if I was working with a student, I typically knew that student, backwards and forwards. I knew exactly what sounds they knew, what sounds they didn't. If we were working on phonics, I knew what math skills they could complete, what math skills they couldn't complete. It's tied to the idea that we can sort of manufacture teachers, that there are all these things that are replacing teachers. And standardized tests are a way that we are replacing educators in a way that we don't need to. That if we just respected and trusted and understood, our teachers' knowledge base, that we wouldn't feel the need for these kinds of levels of standardized testing. Does that make sense?
That makes total sense. And that is the number one thing that I heard from my teachers is I already know this, or I could have told you that. And then it bothers me that we've put our kids into such a box now. I hate when standardized assessment scores come out and now or district assessments come out and now we're tied to certain interventions and certain things. And we're at kindergarten giving our kids this sense of I'm not good enough, I'm not smart enough. And I love the picture with the fish and the elephant and the monkey, and it says, here's your standardized assessment, everybody climb that tree. What beauty that a fish can swim, but he can't climb a tree. So if we're only looking at his ability to climb a tree, then he's not a good enough fish. And I think we do that to our kids. I don't think we do that intentionally, but subconsciously, that's what we're saying to our kids over and over. And to your point, subconsciously, that's what we're saying to our teachers. We don't respect you, we don't trust you, and we don't have any faith in what you're doing. So here's your check and balance, and here's how we're going to watch you and monitor you. And then we become a group that teaches to a test.